I go and I sit down on the stoop and I like look up and then I see like a puddle of blood and I was like, oh okay, it was blood.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Phillies and eating ass is not
The
jogging your memory?
Phillies? Like the baseball team?
Yeah.
I don't
Who
know the
wanted the
baseball
reaction to
team.
your account when we found out about this?
I didn't see
I ran
Ken's
around.
reaction.
It was my favorite thing I ever heard.
The girl,
You-
the Phillies,
I-
eating ass,
I didn't-
nothing.
No.
Oh, you got a drinking problem. What is going on? Do you have a brain?
Huh?
Do you have a brain?
I don't.
Do you have a brain? Did you
I
get
don't
your brain
know.
erased? Is this Men in Black? Are you like? Did you get your
The Philadelphia Phillies. Like you're saying, like the team.
the team, the Phillies, the girl, and eating ass?
When you tell me, when you
I
stop
told
yelling
you.
at me and just tell me, I'm gonna remember.
I told you the whole story. The girl with a boyfriend. How about that?
Yeah. Oh yes.
I was like, if you don't get this,
Oh my
I'm
god,
actually scared
dude!
for
I
your
wish I
brain.
just kept picturing like
Phillies themselves.
I was like, when the fuck were we with the Phillies?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. We're here, obviously, recapping our weekend in Philly, meeting some people who 100% lived up to the stereotype / hype.
Philly as a whole,
They live up to it so much so, in the best ways or the worst ways. In all of the ways.
I think we say it every show. That was our best show. I think it was our best show. I think it was the best crowd we've had probably. And it was weird. 'Cause it was like our first show that didn't sell out, and it was like. I think that was almost like a growing moment. Where it was
Well-
like, okay, yeah, except sometimes they're not going to sell out.
Yeah,
It's not-
I mean, I was complaining openly about it all week, obviously, and kind of poking fun at Philly. What's good about the Fillmore is it's basically 2 levels. So the bottom level had like 600 or 700 people, and they just didn't put open the top level, so it doesn't look like it was like an empty place. But that place is like a fucking airport hangar.
That was
airline.
huge.
Yeah,
It was
that's like-
awesome. That was like that was
a cool spot.
maybe
Stage
my
is
favorite venue we've done.
huge,
Although it was so fucked up beforehand because we were in the green room, but you can't hear the crowd from the green room.
Yeah.
And I was like, nobody's here.
It seemed like a pin drop, dude. It seemed like there was nobody out there. So then we roll out, but it was so funny.
That place is big too, where like when I went out there before, me and Zach went out, and it was it looked empty because there's so many bars in the front.
Everybody's there.
Everyone was there. I walked to the front. I was like, oh, thank God.
Did you guys was there any moments behind the scenes of you guys being like, this is not good?
Yeah, about 15 minutes before we went on.
Yeah.
And then-
Jackie, did you?
I never I hung back so I didn't see it, but
Okay.
Pavs and Zach were kind of freaking out at one point.
you were nervous, Pass?
Yeah, I was a little nervous because I went out there to go catch some like B-roll for the vlog, and I was like,
Oh, no.
there was just 2 people up front, and then
At what time was that?
that was about 15 minutes before the show, and then I took a look in the back, and it was like, thank God, it was just
that's
packed.
funny. Well, you guys did a good job of hiding that from us then.
Yeah.
I didn't feel any sort of nerves. I walked around the venue when it was empty, but it was still like probably an hour to go or so. So I was like, whatever, it's just not filled up yet. But I did, like, in talking to some of the crowd afterwards, they were like, I wanted Philly to show out. We wanted to be one of those cities that, like, sold out immediately. And, like, what can you do? It didn't happen. But the crowd was good, and the crowd and the city and the people, like, you know, every city has a reputation. And, like, I feel like when you come to New York, you don't run into some guy being like, hey, I'm walking here, you know, like, and if you go to, like, LA, like, I'm sure you do see a bunch of like TikTokers and influencers, but you know, is it as dramatic as people make it out to be? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Philly, just God love you, dirtballs. They're just like, we walk into the venue at the Fillmore, and there was a ticket window, and I stop and I say like right away, I was like, oh, we're the performers tonight, and she was kind of like, okay. And I was like, well, I just didn't want to, you know, we were like very early. It's like, I just didn't want you to think we were random people like walking in. And she was like, great story, bro. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go now. We walk about like 10 more feet and we walk through another set of doors. And this time like more of a security guard stopped us, right? And he was like, whoa. He was really a dick. He was kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? And I think you this time were like, we're on stage tonight. And he was like, oh yeah? We're like, do you know where you're going? And I was like, no. We don't. Maybe you could help us out. That's when he sends us like all the way around the back. We walk in there, and then there was a security guard sitting in front of like a metal detector who was just like I don't know. He was like sitting. Like,
He had like a
up.
broken
It's
foot
like-
or something.
Oh, did he? Okay,
That's why he,
so
had,
maybe,
he had crutches.
Okay, so maybe
I
that's
know.
why he was extra like not moving or doing anything, and he was kind of just like, yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah.
But then like the people who like actually run the venue were very nice. But it was funny, like the first like 3 people we ran into were just kind of like fuck yous, and then so that happens, and then the crowd again lives up to the hype. Last time we were in Philly, you poke any fun about snowballs at Santa or batteries at Bryce Drew. What's his name?
Not gonna remember that.
He used to play on the Red Sox too, though.
JD Drew.
Yes, JD
Yeah.
Drew. You know, all that stuff. Like the easy low hanging fruit that is it's hacky, but it's just like, yeah, it's like when people say that New York is dirty and expensive and shit. It's like, yeah, this is the way it goes. They would like viciously boo. That was last time. This time around, obviously, I don't make like some of the same mistakes, but just like mentioning the word Rangers, saying like anything. I mean, right away, fuck Boston, fuck New York. It's like, boy, you guys really do this, huh?
There was that one guy the entire time just kept going, fuck the Mets.
Yeah.
Fuck the
I was
Mets. And
like,
it's like, all right.
yeah,
Like, what?
yeah, I
He doesn't
get-
play for the team.
but I like that. You know, that's what I said with Tommy and Chris on stage. We had the guys from Stuff Island, Tommy Pope and Chris O'Connor, because they're local Philly guys. It's like, be the scumbags. Be the you know, rough and tough, like, we don't fucking like you, and we're going to show it to you, because when you try to be like, no, we're actually, like, really nice, it's like, well, now you're, you know, you just have trash accents, and you're scumbag people, and you're not even good at
I
being
like
nice.
the people of Philly. I feel like they're getting a bad rep right now.
I like them when they are who they are. You have to, I mean...
They very much were who they were. That's for sure.
Yeah. But like that's why I was so mad when they like cheered that one guy after he talked shit about them, and when they try to deny it, just you know, it's like when people are like, New York is a disgusting cesspool of like homeless people pissing, and I'm like, yeah, you know, that's a fact, bro. Just
It's nice here. I like it here. It's a bunch of homeless people pissing wherever you want.
but I like it. So then we go to the after party, and that was first of all, if you are in Philly, Barstool I can't say it because I want to say Samson every time.
Sansom Street.
Sansom Street. Barstool Sansom it's like handsome, but like you're still Sansom. Is a very legit bar.
Yeah, that was
one
like
of the most.
I didn't
legit
know what to
bars.
expect going into it. I will even say that I maybe didn't want to go.
Yes,
They
when
were-
the other guys were like, "Should we go to the Barstool bar?" and we were like, "Meh."
There were
Like,
parts
let's
that
go
like-
find like a.
I
a
gotta know.
local
Is
spot.
it
Like,
lame to go to the Barstool bar? Like if you work for Barstool, I don't fucking
It's
know.
like, you know, do you wear the shirt of the band you're going to see, sort
right.
of thing.
I was super hesitant.
I was like, let's go to a local spot that people in Philly go to. Guess what? That's the spot that
Yeah,
people go to. I guess it's in a good part of the neighborhood, and it's like it's very big. This sounds like a plug for it, like I was told to do it, but it was. I mean, you know me. I'm not trying to be in the bar, very often. This was like,
I think Shane went
Wow.
back the next night.
yeah. I mean, Za and Troops and Expressions were there the next
Yeah.
day for soccer, or on Sunday rather.
But like Shane went back without us. Like,
Yeah,
like,
like-
he just had like another Instagram. So I was like, "Is that?" And I was checking the time. I was like, "No, we were there 2 days ago."
He had a new Patagonia shirt on, another Patagonia, but back at the bar. Yeah, I mean, it is a very cool spot, and I would say, like, if you're from Philly, go. But it sounds like you already know. Like, people are like, this is the bar we go to, whether or not we're coming from KFC Radio or whether or not you guys are here. So that was very fun, and we had this VIP section, if you will, just like a roped off, velvet, ropey little rectangle that had probably 1, 2, maybe 3 booths. And I don't know. Do you know how the people got in there?
No idea. No.
I think that a lot of people who were like kind of like hustlers were just kind of squeezing their way in
Yeah.
and being like Jackie said that she just let a couple people in because she was like, I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, you can come in.
Oh,
And
anyone
so I
who
think-
asked me if they could come in could
right.
come
So
in.
I think like 2 people did it to you, 2 people did it to her, 2 people to all of a sudden there's like 20 people.
Yeah.
And so we ran the gamut. We had like 22-year-old dudes, older girls, we had parents, we had drunks, we had every race, every color, every age, every creed, and they were all so Philly. But there was this crew of what, maybe like 4 chicks. They were the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. They were the 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse in every which way. This one girl, and they all had the accents, and they were all close talkers and loud talkers. And at one point, I got this speech from this girl who was like, I just fucking love Philly, man? Like, I just love it. Like, I lived in Chicago before. The place is too clean. Philly, it has the dirt. I love the dirt. I think she said something like, I need the filth. And I was like, I feel you, girl. Like, you and your crew are like heavy hitters. And of course, I look over like 75% of the time, Jackie was in the middle with them. There's a little circle, and they loved Jackie. Loved Jackie. They were like kicking me to the curb. Being
Jackie,
like,
you are like bizarrely like
They love
Jersey,
it.
Long Island. Like you fit in despite
I
being
say
from
everybody
California.
says that. I know. I get it.
I get it.
You're born and bred West Coast?
Yes, California born and raised.
Like, would never think that.
Never.
Especially right now, she got a little raspy
Like this
voice
raspy
going on.
voice, oh, yeah.
Because
She got in a fight with her mom making the sauce last night.
Jackie is from East Islip, Long Island.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I think I see it more of a Jersey than Long Island, but those are basically the same. I could see her being like totally like a Bergen County girl, like, yeah, you know, I was ripping cigs when I was 14. You're definitely not
nice
like a
California girl.
California girls. Like, no. You are like, you keep the fucking razor blade under your tongue. But so, you know, they're talking booze and drugs and Philly and all this shit, and then told one of the best sex stories or like little anecdotes I think I've ever heard. That's a lot. I mean, I might crown this number one if it's true and if we're all understanding it. Part of me still is like, are we sure we didn't hear this backwards or we're not getting the full picture? This might be the number one in the history of our show. And I mean, our show's built on that. So think about 10 years and thousands of voicemails of people being like, is it weird that I do this with my dick? Is it weird that I do that? So this girl, and the way she told it, spread like wildfire. Everybody, I unfortunately, I didn't get to hear it firsthand, but you came over to me and told me, and you're like, yo, come here, I gotta tell you something. And then I go to the bathroom and Paz was like, yo, did you hear that girl say? I mean, it was whack-a-mole. It just kept popping up from different holes. You heard it firsthand?
Yes.
Explain.
I mean, it was what we just argued about. It wasn't the Phillies baseball team in pants, but it was just like, I honestly don't remember how it came up. I'm sure, no, the Phillies weren't even on TV, right? It was Celtics on TVs, and then they put the Avalanche game on one. I don't know how it came up.
It was too late for the game. Like, there was really no way to, like, anything to do with the Phillies.
But it was just like, hey, do you think this is weird? And I was like, probably. I'm probably going to think this is weird, but what do you got?
Hit me.
And she was like, my boyfriend. I can't do a fucking Philly accent.
I know it's tough. It was
can't-
pretty good though.
Yeah.
I don't
My
think it was
home.
her boyfriend. I think it was just a guy who she's hooking up with.
It's just a guy? I thought it was a...
Even worse.
Worse, yeah.
I'm not positive. But
All right, all right. So I mean, that was really, it was like.
So you heard it from her separately too?
yeah, which is I kind of feel
So
bad.
she's
Like
just
I don't
telling
want
everybody.
I don't want to like air it out. Like if
I
they
know,
did-
but the thing is, she told us all.
yeah.
I mean, we're airing it out. We're not using government names or anything. It's just like, it is what it is.
I mean, I hope this isn't a regular thing in Philly. Like, it could be any one of us couples. Who knows? all of Philadelphia is like Spartacus. Like, I'm the fucking. It was.
So when did you hear? Like,
So they all told me like when they were saying that basically like
yo, check this out. Like, listen to this.
it just kind of came up like I don't even know how-
Organically? That just comes up?
Organically. But basically, she was saying like one of the girls, the guy who they were hooking up with, I don't even think it was dating. He basically like was a diehard Phillies fan. I didn't mean to like just take it away.
No, please.
He's like a
Jacked up Philly girl edition.
diehard Phillies fan, and he like obviously like is so upset when the Phillies lose, and the only thing that makes him feel better is if she eats his ass.
But I thought it was he
so
only allows her to when they lose.
Yeah, because that made no sense. But maybe that.
No,
But maybe
because-
it's like she likes to.
Okay.
He doesn't like
Okay,
it, but like it's
so
like
I first heard this girl only eats this dude's ass when the Philadelphia Phillies lose that night. I am thinking she likes it.
the way she told it was
And
she was
wants
like
to- Oh,
okay,
she
so-
was like
Okay,
the
but
way
wait.
I got it, she was upset that she didn't get to do it that often.
That's what I'm reading.
Or
So-
often enough.
But okay. So I'm thinking she's like, I want to eat that ass. He's like, no, I don't like that. But now I could see him being like, I don't like that because I'm uncomfortable with it. Like I think you'll hear from Ari Shaffir later in this episode. He's like, my ass is like a disaster zone. I don't want any girl back there. But then maybe he's but he likes it. He just is like, I'm not subjecting anybody to that. But when the Phillies lose, I'm so down. I want a tongue in my ass. I'll let you, but only then. So she, being a local Philly girl, is like, rooting for the Phils.
That's what. No, but her
But
problem
then-
was she didn't know what to. That was her question.
Right. So
Was like, do I
she's
root
probably
for
like,
the Phillies
I
or
want
what?
the Phils to be back in the World Series, but that means I don't get to eat my boyfriend's ass. So do I root for or against the Phillies if I only am allowed to eat my boyfriend's ass when they lose? I mean, it's Game 7 of the World Series, and you're kind of like hot and bothered. What are you doing? What do you want? Like, what happens in the playoffs?
Yeah,
Is
and
there-
also
is there
think about
extra
that.
ass
Imagine it's
eating?
Game 7 World Series. That's your last chance for a few months.
That's right. You got to
Right?
get it in now.
They win tonight.
That's it.
Yeah, you've eaten your ass. You've eaten your last ass for the next 6 months.
Tough stretch coming up for the Phillies. This guy's ass is going to be clean.
Yeah, man. This is the Braves, the Mets, the Giants, the Dodgers, the Brewers.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, your ass is gonna her tongue, your ass gonna be making out for the next few weeks.
So the way that I interpreted it, but I think that your way is probably right, is I thought that she he forced her to every
Whoa.
time, and then she was actively rooting against the Phillies, being like, God fucking damn it, they
Yeah,
lost.
to me, it feels more like what it should be is like it's almost like Angels in the outfield. If the Angels win the pennant, like my dad's gonna come back.
Yeah.
This is like if the Phillies win, if he's probably like, babe, eat my ass. And she's like, no. Ordinarily in the regular world outside of Philadelphia, this would be like, I want my girl to eat my ass, to do anal, to do something crazy, right? She doesn't like it, but I say, all right, how about only when the Phillies win? We're all excited. The Phils win. Like, then do I get it? Yes. What's crazy is to have this opposite effect, because then. I mean, maybe I'm just
Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't think I'm misremembering.
Maybe what we're doing is projecting, because there's a lot of guys out there who don't want this to happen. Because I'd be sitting here going, "What do you mean when they lose? That's now I'm torn. Now I don't know." Where for him, it's a clear. I want them to win because I also don't want my ass is being eaten.
And then you're subjected to punishment on the night of your sorrow.
That's what.
Like,
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
There aren't ways it lines up, but I'm 99.
No, but it does. For us, it doesn't. It lines up for a lot of dudes who are, let's be honest, being fucking, closeted.
But if he's still he's sad about the Phillies losing, and then he has to take a punishment as well, that doesn't make sense.
That's what I. Yeah. That's why it doesn't make sense. But I'm saying well, wait. If you actually didn't like your ass being eaten,
So you would be sad and also
unless
tortured.
you know what? Maybe he just thought the Phillies were gonna be a wagon this year. Their lineup's fucking nasty.
I see. I see the bet happen
maybe
earlier.
she made a bet let me eat your ass. No, you can't. How about special occasions? What do you mean? Christmas and birthdays? And she's like, no, it's got to be more often than that. And he's probably like, what's gonna happen? Very infrequently.
I mean, even
look at that lineup.
That's a big bet with a fucking 164 game
I mean,
season.
at the best, if the Phillies are a fucking legendary team, you're getting your ass eaten 50 times this year. You're getting your ass eaten 50 times in the next 6 to 7 months.
People pay good money.
That's
for
a
that.
lot. I mean,
Summer months too. That's
yeah. Whoa. But I mean, if I got my ass eaten 50 times between now and October, I'd be telling you my sex life is rocking. Now the Phillies right now are underachieving. He's already gotten his ass eaten 24 times, and it's not even fucking Labor Day, Memorial Day.
I don't think that was. I'd love to have her call in and maybe use a voice thing because it was
No.
It was more
not a voice thing. She was ripping steak. She was like,
It was more
my boyfriend's
clear when
asshole.
she was describing it, but it was maybe just because I was drunk and I just wasn't questioning it. But I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I can see the hardship of deciding to root for or against the Phillies because you got to do something you like to do. It doesn't make sense. There is really no way where it makes perfectly clear sense. Reminds me of the our Mean Girls had a little podcast clip go out the other day.
Oh yeah.
About you steal from a guy, and that way you always got him under your thumb. And I was thinking that I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna steal
Wait, hang on. Hang on. I am not privy to this. You steal from him to have him under your thumb?
You steal from him, and then when you steal from him, you can.
Extort him. If you want this back, I have it.
It seems like it's something like that. Yeah,
I think it was more to make him see you again. You have
Oh,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
you want your,
So
I
it's
have your
like the
hoodie.
opposite of a leave behind.
Yeah, the leave behind. It's
Yeah.
to take away.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
takeaway.
Okay.
So it is.
While I do understand that in those terms, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jordan said this from the
Jordan
Mean Girl
said this,
pod.
yes.
I was probably not not Alex.
If you're talking to a guy and you like them and they're interested in you, take something from them and hold it as collateral.
Collateral!
So they can never leave. I realize I do that a lot.
I'm sorry.
Say real quick, and I mean this in a complimentary way towards making internet content, because this is how you have to do it. Nobody likes the middleman. Nobody likes people who play both sides. Nobody likes rational takes. But I've noticed this about myself now being 37, looking back to when I was 24, 25 making content, saying things with my fucking chest. Like I knew what the fuck I was talking about. There wasn't even a chuckle. That was a genuine piece of advice. Steal his shit, because then he has to see you again. Like dead ass, a real thing. What did the
I'm sorry,
Alex
hold on.
Alana say?
Excuse me,
Real
what?
items?
Excuse me,
Like,
what? Yeah.
Like a $20 bill or like their phone or something?
Like you're a little troll collecting treasures.
Hey, you're holding them
She has a
hostage?
little, like almost like a yard sale.
It does. Explain it. I know you can't possibly just mean that.
You sound like a serial killer.
Take something.
Serial killers do.
Take something from the person you just met.
They know I took it.
Wait, explain it.
Okay, so I'm
upset.
That's even.
Oh boy, I sound psychotic.
Yeah, that was crazy. This never happened. You never sound crazy.
I really wish I didn't say it, but hear me out.
Can't undo it.
Okay, you're talking to a guy.
Yeah, I mean, listen. That's why I said, I want to hear the rest of that fucking conversation because I got to hear this explanation, and that's how the podcast game works. And back when you're 25, if your take is like, I'm young and I'm inexperienced at this point, so I don't really know exactly, the best way to get a guy. So I'll leave that to the other people to say. It's like, nope, that's fucking boring. Tell people to steal shit. Gotcha, bitch.
I was saying before you didn't run down. I was like, we should just not even acknowledge this clip, and then I'll be like, hey, I got this new idea on how to date chicks, and what I've been doing is stealing stuff. So I just take their car keys, right? and then when they're not looking, I take their consciousness, and then I drag them in my basement. I take their free will.
I was gonna say, I put them in a well, and I give them I hit them with the hose.
It is this foolproof way to get women to stay around me. I don't let them leave. It's genius.
I just handcuff them to a fucking toilet. It's fine. They can't leave. The best way to make sure that they can't leave.
I've been having this problem recently where girls say no to sex.
So what I do?
Here's what I do. You don't let them say no.
I almost want to. I want to call in or email or whatever they do anonymously and hit them with the Phillies situation and see what she's got to say about that. Hey, this is how you build a podcast. This is I got to find out what this bitch says about that. I don't fucking know what's gonna come out of her mouth. So steal shit. Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's almost like she's saying something that's normal, which isn't normal. Like women it's like, hey, we like stealing guys' clothes.
Right.
Okay. Because guess what? I steal a couple pairs of underpants. I'm a pervert. But you can go walk around in my sweatshirts, can't you? But I can't get a nice lace thong.
I told you the story about the guy. I think I've said it before. My college buddy who stole the chick's thong.
It rings a bell.
He came busting in my room. He was like, this chick stole my favorite pair of boxers. A couple weeks later, he hooks up with her again. He kicks in the door of my dorm room, runs in. I'm in bed with my girlfriend. He's like, look what I got. Holds it out like a troll with his treasures, like my precious. He's like, I got her fucking thong. Two can play at this game. We move out of the dorm 2 weeks later. He moves his bed. The underwear is just down the back of the bed. It's like, you fucking weirdo, man.
But it is a very common thing to just be like I took a sweatshirt. Yeah, I get it. They're comfortable.
I also do
bigger.
think there, in college at least, there is. So I think there are some underwear snipes where it's like a fucking, Dexter trophy, if you will. But the hoodie thing is a real, but also a cliche thing.
Fucking cost, ladies.
I know, a good hoodie is fucking a lot of money, and I wear it every day. It's a piece of who I am.
It's not really something I run into anymore, but it was a phase.
It definitely has happened.
It's funny. It's now I'm in a phase of my life where I could run into that. Probably.
Yeah, right.
I could make do with a couple less hoodies. Guess
girls, you want to come over? You can take a box with you. I got samples. I've got mislabeled things. We've got the I'll give you a Derek Jeter goodie basket that comes with 13 pieces of clothing, all sizes. Here's a sticker to throw in. You know what I have in my fucking apartment? I have two things in my apartment that were just one time advertisers, which would fit in perfectly for this episode because there's only one fucking advertisement. I have like a stainless steel. This thing is cool, by the way, but I live in a fucking apartment in the hood. It's like a stainless steel open flame stove.
I know, solo stove.
Solo stove.
Yep.
And I'm hopefully one day soon I'll be able to use it somewhere in my backyard. But right now that's just sitting there. And on top of that is a like impenetrable cube for me to mail my cum. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Remember when we had that one time? We had one advertiser one time for I think storing your sperm, not donating it, but freezing it.
Yep.
And it came with the little hazmat, like the little trio, like triangle hazmat thing, and it had these little jars. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should bring that into to work, and I'll just like freeze my cum.
You want to fucking both drop a load in it and get it tested and see what happens?
Kinda.
Rock, paper, scissors. Who has to go first, though?
Wait, why? Wait, what? We're not gonna like.
No,
No, it
would you-
doesn't make sense. Just you gotta look at it. You see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Coming on top of your cum would be unfortunate. We could just close our eyes and come at the same
We just
time.
wanted to check. Be like, what's the deal? And they're like, what are you, a fucking mutant?
Yeah, like testing it for what? You know, and I wish we could I wish there was a way to predict if this is what the baby would look like or something. Just a monster with all like our Frankenstein with all of our features together. Oh heavens!
Just I don't know. That is a crazy thing though. Like I remember getting that and throwing it right in the trash. I'm like, you think I'm gonna just mail you my cum?
It was also like a fucking
Like,
heavy duty thing.
Yeah, it was.
And I think it was like
real.
a decent chunk of money to freeze your cum for like you basically had to have a cum locker.
It's a decent chunk of money to get framed for murder.
I know that's the other thing. Giving
They
you a
just- people
full
just-
load of my
people
cum
just
is
go
insane.
shoot someone in the head and then fucking dump your cum on them.
brother, I know enough crazy girls from our Me Too 2 movement that we've been pushing on the live shows. If you've seen us in Philly or Nashville or coming up in Chicago, you'll hear about the Me Too 2 movement. I know enough crazy girls that maybe that wasn't a company at all. Maybe those girls just sent you and I a box.
There's a reason.
said,
It was
"Mail
just
it back
one
to the-"
time on KFC radio.
Yeah, it was a one-off with a box that said "mail it here," and it suspiciously had an address I've seen before. Anyway, I don't even know how we got here.
I don't know. Just gonna complain about advertisers. Probably.
Yeah. Today's episode is brought to you by Betterhelp.
Well, not
and
complain about advertisers.
only Betterhelp. Shout out to Betterhelp. They deserve all of the credit in the world for advertising with us, because if anybody realizes anything, it's that the KFC radio crowd, we need help. And we need good help. We need better help. As a matter of fact, this should be called besthelp.com.
Best help, yeah.
Besthelp.com. They should at least reroute besthelp.com to betterhelp.com. It is online.
It's weird.
What?
You twitching over
She
there?
just did that.
Contagious twitching?
Yeah, you both just twitched within like 10 seconds of each other. And I
think it's-
almost accidentally caught it on both cameras.
I don't think it's Benjamin Franklin. I think it's you. I think that Benjamin Franklin, like, on stage, Jackie said his soul is inside me. It's like, I can't believe we're talking about Ben Franklin and Jackie, and the phrase "inside of me" is being used.
I blacked out. I did not know that. I said that.
Yep, you said his soul is in me. Is that what his nickname for it is? BetterHelp is perfect because it is like the perfect for KFC Radio, because we all need mental help, but we're also like addicted to the internet, and we live our lives digitally, and everything is online and on our phones. And so that's what BetterHelp is. It's a way to get in touch with a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, anybody you need to help you through your issues. And you can do it all on the computer. You don't have to get an appointment. You don't have to go to an office. You don't have to wait in the waiting room, all of that nonsense. And then you find out, oh my God, this isn't even a good fit. Now I got to find someone else. The next availability is not for 3 weeks. Everything gets pushed back. It's just a nightmare. With BetterHelp, you can find someone within 48 hours, and they can start helping you right away. And right now, the best part is you can get 10% off your first month when you go to betterhelp.com/KFC. That's BetterHelp.com/KFC. Shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode. Unless that one single read was worth like $500,000, I'm gonna be so mad the rest of this episode. So we have a very cool double interview. We had Jeremiah Watkins on the show. He has a cool podcast, Jeremiah Wonders. He also has this thing called Stand Up on the Spot, where he has all of the famous comics that we know through the KFC radio world. They do freestyle comedy where they have to go up on stage without, it's like improv. And he has a podcast called Scissor Bros. He has a whole bunch of shit. He came on the show, and then afterwards we were doing ATI with him. And Ari Shaffir was the next guest, and I booked them back to back. Like literally, he went from 1:30 to 2:30. Ari was in at 2:30. He comes a little early, finds out that Jeremiah was the guest before him, and that he was next door doing doing Answer the Internet. Runs through the door, top off, shirtless, and just slaps Jeremiah in the face. And then Jeremiah started fighting back, and it was just the perfect, like, organic moment. And then Jeremiah stuck around for like another hour while we did the Ari Shaffir interview. So it was a very cool, organic moment of like two comics. All these comics know each other, but I didn't know for sure. So like I didn't really say anything. And it just unfolded into like this, with Jeremiah, probably like a 2.5 hour interview, whatever it was. Ari jumped in for the second half. And I just love when things like that happen in real time. Like we didn't force it, we didn't schedule it. It was just like, hey, you want to hang around and continue chopping it up with Ari? He was like, oh yeah, let's go. Ari also considered for this prank doing it fully nude. He wanted to run into the green room with his dick out and slap Jeremiah and probably wrestle him, and who knows what else would have happened with that dick. Now, Ari obviously is a lunatic, but did know to say, he goes to Nick, so about how many women in this office these days? How many females work here? And Nick was like, quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Right at that moment, somebody walked by. Like
Yeah.
Two girls walked by. I was like, thank you for doing that.
Right. Now, let's play this out. Let's say those girls didn't walk by. Let's say Ari Shaffir ran into the room.
His belt was undone. He was ready to.
Right. He was like, he was thinking about doing it. And Jackie was behind the camera. Let's play that out. What happens there? If Ari Shaffir ran in with his dick out, what would your reaction be?
I would be like, whoa. But
That's about like but whoa.
Would you be uncomfortable?
professional, though. So I
Yeah,
would
you are a
stay behind the
professional.
camera.
But also, you would be 100% well within your rights to be like, what the fuck was that? I don't ever want to have that happen again. But would you be like that?
I think I would just kind of be like, not say anything. I'm just gonna be like, oh.
I think it would kind of be like not saying anything.
I think I would be silenced by my peers.
A perfect fit for the show. I think I'd be like, whatever is happening is happening, I guess.
I mean, am I crazy to say, and maybe this is, probably not something to say out loud on the show, but like, I think most people here would be like, well, that was crazy. Like Jackass. Like they'd be like, oh my God. Like if Johnny Knoxville came in here with his dick out, I don't think people would be like, I'm suing or something like that. Like I feel uncomfortable in this workplace sort of thing.
I would.
That's obviously very different than Ari Shaffir, but I think it's like the same. I think pretty much everybody here, not that they want to see Ari's dick and balls, but I don't think. My point being, do you think there would be like drama?
Yes, definitely.
From people.
Not from people in this room right now, but from people at
Other
this company.
people?
Yes.
Meaning like other people who would have seen it, or like the management would have to be like, we can't have this.
I think probably both.
I think the management would definitely have a problem.
Yeah.
I think someone out there would probably complain. Again, I don't think you're insane.
You're within your rights to do it, but it is kind of like, I don't know, it was funny. Like if they went up to you and like wiggled it in your face or something. But it's just like if I was walking the hallway and I saw Ari running there like with his cheeks out.
We are a place of business. Like you can't.
Yeah,
be like,
can't do that.
You're like all right.
But it's forever.
So I was going to edit the clips I make the other day, and then
I'm working for Foreplay.
This
talking
big
about like
former
golf courses.
Orthodox Jew comes running by.
Fucking cleanly circumcised dick just flopping in the wind. But it is. It's always it is a place of business. But it's like I don't know. We also do some shit that is fucking very not proper either.
Yeah.
Look at the past couple weeks of this place. It's like free for all. Do what you want. But nudity is it's a line.
I got to be honest. I wasn't even thinking about Jackie when he asked if there's any girls here. I was just, I was like, oh, the one's out there. He went in there. I'm like, oh yeah, Jackie's in here.
Oh yeah, that one. The one that works with us.
Well, yeah,
The one
because I
looking
feel
right
like
down
you
the
would
fucking business end of the camera.
Yeah,
I
you'd
feel
be
like you would react
zoomed
that way,
in.
where it's like,
I think it's probably the highest compliment you can get that we forget you're a chick.
No, it's not.
When it comes to like
Forgetting you're from California, insulting. Forgetting you're a
your
chick.
gender altogether, I think
Complimentary.
like if it was something like I don't know, maybe an older gentleman makes up a list of attractive girls and leaves you off of that, I could understand being offended. But when the guys of a group are like, "Oh shit," like the girls are gonna be upset, and someone's like, "Yeah, what about Jackie?" and everyone's like, "Oh, she'll be fine. She doesn't count." That's a good thing. You should be honored that we don't even know you're a chick.
I guess that feels really unfeminist of me to be like, thank you. But
No.
So happy to not
Feminism,
be a chick.
you know, feminism's all about equality, right? And we treat you like we treat the guys. It's the most feminist thing, just like this podcast is. This
Okay, well
podcast
then,
is straight up
thank
the
you.
most masculine and feminine thing in
But I
the
could
world.
do without seeing Ari's dick if for future reference.
Noted. You know what, Nick? Write that down for us. Write that down. Okay. So that's all coming up later in the show. We also, of course, will have our voicemails. But today, top 5 music videos. Oh, wait. We want to do something else first? What are we going to do? first?
Well, Jackie solved the crime last night.
Right. Jackie's not only not a female, she's also now a crime fighter of some sort, apparently. I don't know any of this, so fill me in.
So I was walking last night, and I didn't really think that this was worth it, whatever. But
Yeah. She started this story. She's like, all right, so like something happened last night, and I was like, should you shut up and we tell them the podcast?
Right.
She's like, no, it's not even a very good story. So I find this pile of blood.
because I was expecting to like follow this trail of blood. Okay, so
Like follow this, like a literal, like we're not talking about like follow the clues, a literal drops of blood leading you.
So I was-
Wait, okay, let's set the scene. Were you out? Were you drunk?
So
Where
I,
were you?
I was coming back. So I like to do like little nighttime walks, which is really unsafe, but like they're fun. So I was coming back.
Not
and I
drinking.
There's trails of blood in this, and you're doing nighttime
I mean,
walks.
God damn
Yeah, I
it.
have-
Where
was-
do you live now? Well, not like, don't have to answer that, but like, do you live by me now? I saw you walk by me the other day.
Weirdo.
Thanks for saying hi.
Yeah, that's weird.
How
close were you to?
In fact, I held up. I was like, oh, there we go.
You don't have to tell me that again.
the best compliment
I've
would
done
be,
that. I've done that with Zach too. When Zach lived over by me, I was behind him in a bodega, and I was just like, hope he doesn't turn around.
Did anybody saw you?
Nope, never saw me.
Wow. I think we should all have a understanding.
No, I get it.
Like
I wouldn't
if
even
we
say that.
see each other in the wild, head nod like it's anybody else. It's like, yeah.
It's not against you. There are plenty of times I would have said hi to you. I wasn't feeling it right then.
No, I don't blame you. I don't
You
blame
were
you.
across the street. Like
I mean, that's crazy. Yeah.
Was this when you? Yeah. Okay.
But so again, you were in your apartment and you're just kind
No,
of like,
no.
I'm gonna go
I
for
was
a
just
walk.
walking around.
No,
I
no,
was
but I'm
in
saying-
Westville.
Oh. Sorry, I just want the details of like, were you out and you were like, I'll catch up with you girls.
Okay, I
later,
just
or-
come back from dinner. So like I had like a few glasses of wine, but like it wasn't like
Enough to be reckless.
whatever. So I'm walking, but then it was funny because I actually had the thought, I was like, this is probably dangerous, but like, what, is somebody gonna like murder me right here? And then I look down, I see drops of blood. And I was like, okay, no, I'm just like projecting because I literally just had that thought. Like, it was like a lot of drops of blood. So I was like, maybe like they're, well, this sounds dumb, but I was like, maybe these are like cherry trees and these are like cherry. Like, I thought it was like, these are like cherry, like, like
She didn't realize it wasn't someone dropping fruit and then bending down to pick up the pits of this fruit and then stomping on them as if it's a Grape
Smearing it
Lady
up.
music video and continuing to walk for how many blocks?
Could you imagine that? She's like on the stand and it's like, so Miss Nichols, did you realize it was blood? It's like, no, Your Honor, that was cherry trees.
Could have been cherries, I
cheese in
figured.
Manhattan. Everybody knows there's cherry cheese down
Well,
in the
then I was
village.
like,
Well,
then
you're describing your cherry blossoms, and they don't have cherry trees on cherries. On
no,
them.
no, no.
And
Well,
then-
I was
yeah,
just
they're not red
describing.
at all.
Then I thought this just sounds more and more dumb because I was like, well, there's no pits. So then
Oh, you
I get,
did notice the pits.
I'm
That's
in the
smart. Okay.
yeah. I was being,
So
I was on
smart.
my Nancy Drew shit. So then I was like, well, maybe somebody like had like grape juice or like cherry juice or something. In the-
Cherry, oh, the ever elusive cherry juice. Everybody knows I spill my
Oh,
cherry
it
juice.
was like a hot summer's day, so maybe like somebody had some fruit punch and then they were spilling it because I was like, if this is blood, like this person is dead. And so
Yeah, are we talking like droplets or like a puddle?
Oh,
So then I'm like, so then I eventually was like, okay, no, it's cherries. then my legs got tired, so I go and I sit down on the stoop, and I like look up, and then I see like a puddle of blood, and I was like, oh, okay, it was blood, and I see like all these like gauze strips with like dried blood on it, and like I'll put
What
the
are you on, like a bench right now, or like a stoop?
just like on the little stoop. I'll show you like the.
Oh my god!
So these were like the droplets, so you could kind of see how that's
Is this
like
on your
cherry.
on your Twitter?
This no, this is just on my phone, but you could see how it's kind of like fruit punch-esque looking, right? So then I'm like following it.
In her defense, it looks more like purple than I thought it was gonna
Yeah,
look.
so then I was like, this
But
doesn't
okay.
really look like blood.
That could have been like wine, not cherry juice. Could have been red wine.
But
okay.
no, that's fair. So then I see like all these gauze strips, and then like this like pile of blood, like thing of blood, like right there, or what? Like I was like the gauze strips to make it look like that's blood.
Yeah, it's probably blood.
So then,
the saw and the limbs and the fucking.
So then I was like, okay, let's follow this back, you little detective. So then I
I
go
love how
back.
saucy she just got with herself. You little detective.
So then I'm following it back, and I'm taking pictures because I was like, in case the cops want this for later. Again,
You had more than a couple glasses. when Sherlock Nichols comes out, you know it's
In
fucking.
case the police want me to handle this.
Johnson, I've got all the evidence you need right here.
because I didn't know. 'cause it was-
Jackie's down at the precinct smoking a cigarette.
Take it, bag it. Got the gauze over here.
Well, it was like sticky looking, so I was like, this looks like fresh blood.
Oh my
So
god.
then I followed.
I told you this one, O'Connell. We had it 48 hours. The first 48 are the most important.
Okay.
So then I follow it back, and then it traces like
Oh my
you
God,
can tell like this
why
guy.
didn't you just take a video? It's like a flip book over here.
I had a little bit of wine. Okay. So then I'm following back, and you could tell that this guy like was taking some breathers like on different stoops and everything.
my
like it was
God.
all like a long time, and then I follow all the way back to this like building with this like hole in the middle, and then you can see there's like blood.
He punched a hole
Right there,
in
so
the
he
glass.
punched a
In the glass of the door.
Oh,
So
and
then
he
it
cut his wrist.
oh,
on
that's
that.
like. I mean, he's dead.
yeah. So then I was like this guy, and then I looked up
He
the
punched a hole in like,
glass.
but like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Like where you could like reach your hand through.
Right, yeah.
And then I looked it up, and like this was like fresh blood from earlier in the day. And then the article was like, he's probably dead.
He's probably dead.
You looked up the address and then
Because I looked up Morton Street blood, and then something popped
There it
up, and it
is.
was like at 12:30. Like apparently the guy was drunk. They were like, it's unclear whether he died, but based on the amount of blood on the street, he's probably dead.
yeah, I'll do it.
It's unclear, but that motherfucker is curtains, dude.
Which is not funny, but then I just like
it's not
I felt
funny.
pretty cool
And
for
you were
being
alone
like,
while you traced blood back through city streets at let's call it 11 p.m.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. Okay.
God.
At 1 a.m. drunk Jackie is walking the West Village with her phone out, solving crimes and looking down.
And then I had in my head, I was like, what if like the murder?
What if he knows that I'm on to him?
My friends and I were joking, like, what if I just like have this whole Nancy Drew like persona that I start to take on? But like,
Cosign.
I felt so,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would love you to become a
yeah. I just start coming with like
Jackie's
plaid.
a superhero of the West Village.
What do they call them? Real life superheroes?
Yeah.
RLSs? That's a throwback, man. When I interacted with Dark Guardian.
Yeah.
That was a OG. Can you Google that? Real life superheroes, Barstool, Dark Guardian. See if that got ate up by the dev nest. So you that was just the conclusion though. You did your Google search. You're like, okay.
Yeah, that's
So I
fine.
tracked a dead man.
It was kind of anticlimactic. Well,
Okay,
I was
maybe
just
do a little
like,
search now. See if there's any follow up. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe go to that same article. See if there's a update, if you will. Wow, it still exists, huh?
Maybe.
But there was like, see all the pictures are gone. They're all screenshots of our conversation. And click the link to go back.
Ah.
I had a thought the other day that I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go back and read my blogs and fucking mark off the really good ones, the evergreen ones, like the timeless ones, and compile them. There he is. Look at that fucking guy.
That's Dark Guardian?
That's Dark Guardian.
I thought he had a mask.
He does, but
Okay.
if you look bottom, second row all the way left, down.
Oh, yeah.
That's him. Because eventually, like True TV or Spike TV or one of those did like a special on them. Or maybe that's even why they were in the news and this was happening. But I think I did it before they went to air.
I think you did too.
But I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like go back and read all these blogs because there's these gems of me like trolling on Facebook of fuck these people who think that they are real superheroes, and they're not crazy. Like they think that they have superpowers. They're just like, I fight crime and I wear a costume. And they think it's like, yeah,
all
man,
it takes is one
someone's
man
got
to
to
make a
do it.
difference.
Yeah, right. But Dark Guardian was like dead ass serious, and I was just kind of clowning him the whole time, and it was special. It was a good old time. But I'm just never gonna go back and read all those blogs.
No, dude, from fucking 10
There's
plus
so
years ago?
Many.
It's
Gotta
over 10 years ago.
Gotta be,
August
50,000.
August 2011.
Like I started August 09, and that was August 11. And but I realistically stopped truly in like 17 probably.
Really? That early? Yeah, I guess kind of around
It's been a little while. Like when I was in the old office, I wasn't like blogging every day. I would blog, but I wasn't like at my desk.
The old office, I would have days where I blogged.
Yeah, but I was doing radio.
Yeah.
So I probably stopped earlier than you did. But all of it's within, that like the late, middle to late teens is where we all kind of stopped, I think.
It sounds so crazy because it is like once you have like even one other job, it gets
so
really hard.
And I know it's actually not even like hard; it's just logistical. Like
it's not hard. It's not, but it's like when we've said this before, but like when you wake up and you're a blogger. Like you wake up and you blog.
Go.
That's
Go.
like it is.
Find a headline right
slept,
away.
Like, you slept with the laptop in bed.
Yeah.
You get up and you go.
Yeah.
Because then that's the only way to stay on top of everything.
Right.
If
And
you
gotta
have
finish
like,
that and publish it and on to the next because if
record a
not,
podcast here, I have to do an interview here, I have to do this clip here,
It all fucks
shoot this
up.
video here, and then it's like, and again, like nothing's hard, but like it is. You're like, all right, I'm gonna blog this now, and like you didn't have a chance to go look at the old website, and then you're like, oh wait, someone blogged it, and then
it's over.
Yeah.
Or like you want to do a minute amount of research, not like research in the sense of like I'm gonna find out if it's true or not. You want to be like, oh, that was like that old viral video. Let me go try to find that to embed it in here, and let me find this. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been like.
And then someone just wrote 3 sentences and posted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Where I'd be like, oh, that looks like a cartoon character from like the 90s, and I'm on like retro drunk trying to find this picture, and then somebody swoops in. It's like, but I swear mine would have been better, man. So that's our sob story about blogging. But anyway, Jack, you don't chase down blood. I mean, I thought we had the weird city picture of the weekend when we saw that dead fish in Philly. Like, shout out to Barstool Sansom, but maybe we got to get rid of the dead fish outside. We walked outside waiting for our Uber, and it was just like, there's a full ass dead fish. Probably a skinny guy, but probably like a foot long. I got an actual picture of it. We'll put it in the YouTube. It just was like, and it almost felt like I hope it was like a sign. I hope someone like drive by, like threw it out of their car, like you're next. You know what I mean? You'll sleep with the fishes. Yeah. See.
I don't think that message was received.
No, as what I think it was is just like some dude who bought fish, like dropped out of a bag.
Yeah.
All right, so now we'll get into it. Top 5 is brought to you by nobody today for some fucking reason. Incomprehensible as to how.
I would like to stress that we had an end of year meeting where the show has grown, which is like 10%. Which for a show that's been going on for as long as we have and is already the size of ours, 10% a year over growth is like pretty solid, pretty good amount.
But it'll be our fault.
So many less advertisements on this show now.
Less advertisers, like so many less. We used to be like, can we squeeze in 7? Now I'm like, can I get 2? Nuts.
We know the show's getting bigger and all that stuff, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna tamp back the advertising.
I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna throw this idea out there. Ready? Less advertising money.
What do you guys think about growth, but less money?
This reminds me of the scene in Elf. You know, in Elf when they're exactly what you just did. Andy Richter does it. Where he's like, I'm thinking small town, but instead of an animal, it's a tomato. And Miles Finch is like, no, tomatoes are out or whatever. Yeah, this is the fucking Barstool way, man.
Interest you guys at all? Making less money? You guys want to do anything about that shit?
So
What the fuck
Top
do you
five.
guys think about making less money? But more show.
It's gonna be a 3 hour.
we used to do 6 slots, and we begged you to do 7. What if we totally reverse that? Beg you to do 1 and leave 6 open, but still do 7 worth, but just only 1.
Just one.
Top 5 today. Top 5 in honor of John Feidelberg making his. It was a big week for you. Polly, OAR live show.
Yeah. Got sick.
I was gonna say probably some food poisoning mixed in
Got
there.
sick there. No food poisoning. Regular sick.
Like a cold. Like
Yeah,
flu?
like a sore throat.
That makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah, I watched a lot of British spy movies this weekend. That's all I did. It was awesome.
Operation Mincemeat.
Watched Mincemeat. Yeah, Mincemeat got the ball rolling, and then I watched like 10 others.
I watched The Northman.
I didn't watch that yet.
I was so in and out of sleep. When I say that, I mean like I probably slept. I would probably watch a minute, open for a minute, watch a minute, open. So I don't quite know. It was wild. It was wacky. It was like some crazy shit. But Skarsgård just doing Viking things.
Yeah.
You know, I like the Vikings. I fuck with.
You are a big Viking guy.
Yeah, I fuck with the Northman.
I did like the boring spy movies though, like legit spy shit.
Yeah, where they're just not James Bond, not Mission Impossible.
Like, I did like The Courier. It's about the Cold War. I did a bunch of movies no one else cares about hearing about. I did Bridge of Spies.
Just gonna read taglines for a
I
few
did.
minutes.
What was another? I did Imitation Game.
I watched The Courier
that's
too,
good.
and when I was talking to you
That's
about
what
it,
you meant?
that's what I meant.
Okay,
so
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
maybe it's not
I-
really spy as much as it's spy.
Oh, it's very much spy. Yeah.
I thought that was very good.
I liked it
and
very-
I bought it like full on like $24.99 when it first dropped. I feel like it dropped like pretty early pandemic or like height of
It
pandemic.
was 2021.
So it was like I just remember being like, "This is Benedict Cumberbatch. Like it would for sure be in theaters. It's not right now. I'm gonna watch it." Hadn't heard a peep about it, and I was like, "This shit is fire."
Yeah.
and it was pretty much real, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
it was expanded upon.
I
but-
think I watched the Imitation Game because that's what you were talking about, a movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, a spy movie, and I was like, no, it's Imitation Game. That's an older movie,
Right.
And then
Courier
because
is
I had
what I
said
meant.
that earlier in the weekend, I got home and was like, I watched
Courier.
Imitation Game, which is, dude, Imitation Game, Imitation Game is
Crazy.
crazy, dude, fucking crazy.
All the spy stuff, then just what happened to that guy because he
Dude,
was gay.
So it's
Like,
that was the crazy part.
Pretty
So
recently.
it's Alan Turing, right? He invented Turing machines, which in this day and age we call them computers, and
Oh right, he's like almost like a numbers guy, right?
Dude,
Benedict
like,
Cumberbatch is.
crazy. Like he cracked the German code for Enigma, which was what they used in World War II to basically we communicate, and we couldn't crack it.
I think I have seen this as well.
And he applies for the job, and he's like, I don't even speak German. And they're like, well, how the fuck are you gonna crack German code? He's like, I don't need to speak German to crack German code.
Yeah, it's
And
cocky.
then he cracks the code, all this stuff, but gets arrested with for paying off a. What happens was he gets a poofter, which is a gay prostitute, I believe, or maybe.
Oh, I was gonna say that sounds super gay.
Yeah.
What are you fucking a poof door over there?
And then the guy breaks into his house later, comes back and breaks into his house, and then the police investigate, blah blah blah. They uncover that Alan Turing is having gay sex, homosexual sex. So they fucking put him on hormonal therapy for a year. Like, this dude ended World War II, and what we were fighting the Nazis for was like the inhumane treating of humans.
Yeah, and we were
and
doing
then this dude ended that, and they brought him back and were like, "You're gay, so you have to go on hormonal therapy." Did that for a year, and then killed himself.
they chemically castrate him. Like that's just
America did?
No, he's
Or,
British.
but
Yeah.
like his government did?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's great. And then, like, what do you think about it, too? We're like, yeah, then we came back from, like, rescuing the Jews, but we still didn't have civil rights here. Like, what were we fighting?
Yeah.
Like, were we not looking in the mirrors at all at any point?
Oh, we don't do that. We don't do mirrors around here. That's not America's scene.
Two-way mirror.
Yeah, right. Two-way mirror, literally.
Yeah, that guy's being mean to minorities.
What I watched Outer Range recently. Horrible season 1 ending. Didn't even realize it was a finale. For the next 2 weeks, I continued to check back in, being like, "Where's episode 9?" There isn't one.
Tokyo Vice, same thing. Tokyo Vice is sick, but ends with, like, wait, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. I watched
It's not the whole series has ended, but although it hasn't been renewed for season 2 yet, so whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched much of anything else. Still watching Better Call Saul?
Finished it. I'm caught up.
Nothing to report back.
Nah. About 41 hours down the drain, give or take. Yeah.
41 hours is so many. That is so fucking
it's
many.
right. I'm on like season 6, episode 7, 42 minutes each.
So Stranger Things about to drop. It's part 1.
I saw that.
And then part 2. Why do you have that voice?
It is. I read the reviews that it is like the scariest, but it's also the.
I think
it
it's gonna be
doesn't
terrible.
It doesn't have anything fun because they're adults now.
I think if I had to bet, and I don't want it to be this way, I'd love to watch it and enjoy it. And this is not like me being contrarian or me like being gloomy. Like I'm just betting. I don't think this is going to be good. I think they are at a weird age. I think they are probably. We have seen enough of like getting to talk to people who have major roles when they're kids. You go through a phase where you resent it, and then you come back around later, and they're probably right smack in the middle of the resenting phase where they're like, I don't want to fucking do this.
But I do think you get to do enough other stuff nowadays.
Yeah, but like, what did they do that like? Did
They did
anything
like
hit?
Ghostbusters and Nola
Ghostbusters.
Holmes. They did.
Well, she did that, and then the black kid was in something good, right?
Caleb
McLaughlin, I think his name is.
Yeah, I thought he was in something good. But anyway, regardless of whether maybe I'm wrong, I'm just guessing here. Maybe they all love their roles or whatever. I think that Stranger Things got so big and just went on, and like I think they were kind of doing the classic like writing the script as they go. I think they kind of are like I don't know, and now he's gonna be in Russia and they're gonna come back to life and it'll be fine. But I don't think that probably should have been a British show when they said we're doing 3 and we're done. You know, when
I
those
think
guys just
they
put
did
a fucking,
say like I think 5 was the plan, like 5 seasons.
That's
but
too much though.
Even
like
now-
very rare shows rarely can do like 50 episodes like good. You know, it's tough. I really do like the British way of doing like maybe a little bit longer episodes but shorter seasons and like shorter series. I think is the
I also
the way
can't
to
tell
rock.
by the marketing. This might be the final season. Like the way that they're.
Oh, I
doing
think
where
I thought
they're,
it was
like,
definitely the final season.
Where
No?
they're splitting it up, and the last episode's 2.5 hours. I feel like this is their. All right, we're gonna do 5, but like pandemic, so like 4 is just gonna be 4 and 5.
Well, that's what I remember Breaking Bad did. Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan and the crew said this show is 5 seasons and that's it. And AMC was like, please God, give us 6. And they were like, okay, we'll give you like 5 split into 2, which is like the.
I never understood that. Ozark did that too. It's like our last season's 2 seasons. Okay, so it's 2 seasons.
Yeah, but I think it's less writing material.
Yeah.
I do think rather than 20 episodes, it's like 14 and it's 7 and 7 and we meet you halfway because I don't have another 6 episodes in me.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give you 10, they want to give you 20. We do meet in the middle and we just break it up into one. But maybe to
Because
get
you do
maybe
it
to
like
get
tonight's Better Call Saul's mid-season finale.
Yeah.
So it's the end of the season.
But that might be so you can get the full hype of saying you get a full like the final season's coming up. So you get the final season premiere and then you get a final season mid-week, mid finale, mid premiere, final. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get like 4 major shows of premieres and finales rather than 2 shit like that. I don't know, but I'm with you on that. Anyway, enough Barstool DVR. Top 5 music videos because John Henry Feidelberg debuted in his first ever music video. You think it'll be your last?
I think probably be my last.
I don't think so. I think he'll at least do one more OAR one day.
I hope so. I'd like
Yeah.
to. I don't.
Look at how awkward he gets. Look at him. He's fucking playing around.
We have the video
My
of
first one. I don't want to talk about me anymore.
we have the video of everyone cheering your name and you
And
just
he
saying,
just,
"Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!"
So In the Clouds premieres. It's the new OAR song, which is a vibe. It's a great song. I love OAR, but I definitely understand that there's probably some younger audience members who are our audience that don't know their music as well or think of it as like an old school jam band. In the Clouds is like a new wavy pop rock like mix that is everybody can get down with this. And John was the star of the video. It's like look at it, what's it called? Professionally shot, like big time, camera, producers, directors, all that shit. So John made his debut. So in honor of that, we're gonna do top 5
Like so fat.
music videos Ooh, look at that slide.
I told him
right
I was
here.
like-
That's
I
the
was
move.
Like, why you
the
got a
spin
fat guy in your video, man?
The spin. I love that. Wait. Go back. What did you do? Did you do the elbow thing?
What's that?
No, you just did a throw up and down.
I just threw it up and
I
down.
like
yeah.
the Aladdin.
I don't remember
thing.
doing some of this stuff.
You know
Some
where
of it
he,
I was
he
like,
takes
"Ooh,
the
that's
apple
kind
and
of
he-
nice."
So this was the end of the first night. It was it was a long day.
Yeah. So John is the harbinger of happiness.
Can you notice my shirt? Where it's all
That's what-
messy?
I don't think people have noticed that.
Yeah, it's a smiley face with a bullet hole in his head.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
The red. I thought you had. Honestly, I thought it was like candy all over you, and that was something.
No, it's
supposed to
got
be something. That's cool.
It's
actually.
like got a lot of blood splatter.
I like that. I like this Bruno Mars with a fro looking motherfucker.
That's
He's
Miles,
cool.
dude. Miles is the man.
Miles was cool.
Miles has a voice that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was just breaking out into song, and we're like, "What the fuck?"
Really?
Like, yeah.
But so yeah, John, go check it out. In the Clouds. A lot of very like weird, like
Very
Gen
vibey.
X.
You
new
liked
shit.
it?
Yeah.
I was very nervous to see what Kevin was gonna say.
No, I love it. I think
I
it's a cool
was-
blend. This shit right here, like obvious, like when
See,
it's
I
a little
switch
bit.
shirts when I'm in the trippy world. It's a melting smiley face.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, there are like little subtleties you can pick up on if you really truly watch it. I think it's got a good blend of like this new. Drinking the fucking ice cream, heartburn,
The ice cream on
the
the
tramp
nose there.
stamp. Oh man. But I thought it was a very cool blend of like the on purpose looking a little goofy when you're flying through the air and all
Yeah.
that shit. It's like obviously a little campy, if you will, I guess. And then like the real shit of you like dancing and fucking twirling around in the street and shit. High five and back that ass up. Was that free? Was that off the cuff?
Oh, dude, everything I did
Everything's
is off the cuff, bro.
Yeah. It's a very cool video, and it looks very cool. And the main thing is the song. Like if the song stunk, I'd be like, this stinks too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's an integral part of the top fives here today, best music videos, because there are some fire music videos that like I'm just not gonna sit through this 3.5 minute song. Now, also there are music videos that like Jackie, what's your favorite music video of all time? You probably don't even. Do you have one? What's like the biggest? Like, do you just don't even have like memories of music videos, do you? Tabs, do
I'm
you?
like joking, but
I used to be really into like Travis Scott music videos. But
God, that's ridiculous. Those probably suck.
I used to be like really into Travis Scott. Shut up, fucking next.
Like, I mean, we grew up in an era where MTV was the shit, and it came out in the '80s, but by the time '90s was like, I mean, you could come home. And aside from sports, like I get home from school, I put on MTV and like pretty much let it run, from music videos to like Beavis and Butthead to the fucking talk shows and Singled Out and all that shit. But music videos themselves were like a thing.
Yeah.
That was like your promotion.
You came running home from school to watch it.
TRL was like
Carson Daly used to paint his nails, bro.
Come on. It was like, we're debuting a new Backstreet Boys. Paint them shits black. They had they had making the.
Oh, wait,
called?
speaking of
Behind
behind
the music?
are we doing it behind the scenes of this?
Yeah. When do you want to drop it? Because I just need a little bit like a day to work on it.
That when yeah, I don't care. We'll do it this
Who
week.
makes those shirts? Can we sell those?
I talked to her.
Were
about
those like
that.
made for the set, or is that a brand?
No. She ordered those on Amazon.
But music videos, the like making the video, I think it was called, or how it's whatever it was like all of it. Music video culture was huge.
Huge.
So this is more for my people and the 40% parents and all that shit. But
Migo number one.
Migo.
It's Amigo.
It's a me.
Number one. I mean, god damn, this is hard. I gotta go dirty, dude. I gotta go dirty.
I wasn't even thinking of it from the point. So I said to John, like, are we gonna do top 5, meaning like best? Or he doesn't even know. He doesn't even fucking
You
know.
don't even know.
Trying to
dude.
get dirty.
You don't even fucking.
Come on, Paz.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, stop. Don't look. Pause. Have you never seen this?
I have no clue what this is.
Okay, everyone needs to leave the room. Leave Paz with a fucking thing of lotion. And some... Do you know this, Jackie?
no.
This video is filth, dude. This is better than porn. What year is this? You got to remember that right now we don't have Adriana Chechik in our lives. 2011, that's not even true.
No, that's not,
This is like years before that. This is like we don't have porn. We don't have Pornhub. We don't have access to people having sex with our fingertips. What we have is Christina Aguilera in the assless chaps with the fucking striped bikini, rolling that body and shaking that ass while she drops down and gets her eagle on, girl. This is with her dirty ass hair. Open it up open up the legs. Oh God, I'm gonna need a moment. Oh boy. Yeah. Do you know the song, guys?
I wanna get
No way.
Sweat dripping over
Come
my
on.
body.
This is not like that. Look at that move. Oh yeah. When she's like shaking it, but also like rolling in a circle too. It was an important moment for like our generation, the men of our era. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was thinking about the music videos themselves, not like the impact it had on me as a person. This is number one with a bullet, man. This is number one far and away because I went from a boy to a man. I think I knew that I was.
You don't just know this.
Really?
That is like
That's surprising.
I try to not get surprised by time. But
But
this
like
is
you
a
know Britney
surprise.
Spears' songs, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that. Oh, this is really what it is. Not the assless chaps. For me, it's the skirt.
She is very skinny. I don't remember
This right here.
skinny.
That right there is when I came. That was always the money shot right there. But like, I guess that answers like kind of the question of like Britney versus Christina. It's like they don't even fucking know her song.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you know other like? Can you name me 5 Christina Aguilera songs?
Oh, I don't know if I could.
I could do. Well, so that's a no for you guys.
Stronger.
Is that Britney?
Are you just reading it?
Yeah.
Does she have a song called Stronger?
I thought that she did, but she might not.
I think I could do. Okay, wait. Genie in a Bottle.
Yeah.
Lady Marmalade. The you know that thing.
Voulez-vous coucher avec
Dirty.
moi?
Christina Aguilera.
Does she have the I am beautiful
Yeah,
no matter what they say?
That's like her ballad.
Yeah. What can bring me down?
So that is a funny thing. You'd be surprised how like ask people to name 5 songs, and they either don't or they get like flustered.
Oh,
and
I
it's
couldn't
like,
name like 3 Snoop Dogg songs.
even like it's like who do you think you can name like the most songs of? Like if I said like give me or how about this? If I gave you like 10 seconds, give me 5 Justin Bieber songs. Could you do it? Like 1.
Probably not. I mean, yes, I absolutely do. Well, I know you were counting. Okay, you.
But you know what I mean? Like yeah. Okay, ready, set, go.
Baby, baby, baby. Nope. But that's just like panic. Like
That's what I
doesn't
mean.
bring,
But like you would think.
I mean, I you know,
if-
it's like Snoop. Where I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking know that
Right.
song.
But to be on the spot and put it out there is. So you don't know Genie in a Bottle?
I know Genie in a Bottle. That's a good song.
Yeah. So it's fucking dirty.
Dan Levy posted an Instagram with her yesterday.
Oh, come on over, baby.
Fighter was what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But Dan Levy posted an Instagram with her and tagged her in it.
Uh-huh.
How many followers do you think she has? Ronaldo has 400 million. For reference.
10 million?
Yeah, 8.
I
thought that was.
she hasn't been active in the era, you know. Okay, dirties for you. Okay, I'm gonna go with what I just think is the best music video of all time, but I'm dating myself here. November Rain.
November.
Do you
Rain.
remember that music video?
No, I mean I love the song. Wait, no, I'm thinking of Purple Rain.
November Rain, Guns N' Roses is like, first of all, it's like a 10-minute ballad, but there's this fucking, they have a wedding, and then like all of a sudden the wedding, when the song switches, the wedding switches over to like a funeral. All of a sudden this chick is dead. I didn't know what was going on, but to me this is like and then this Slash has a solo in the fucking desert with this one church that's in the middle of fucking nowhere, and he's just absolutely shredding. But this is, I mean, I think November Rain is one of my favorite like songs of all time, and the video.
I don't even know if I'm sure I know it. This is exactly what we were just talking about. Like, I'm sure I know it, but I don't.
November Rain?
Yeah, sing November Rain.
Even cold November. You don't know off the top of your head, like nothing lasts forever, even cold November rain. No? Wow. Shit. and then it's kind of like scenes from an Italian restaurant. There's like an entire switch where the song sounds totally different. Okay, you're up next.
Next, I will go with Slave for You.
You're just a hornball.
Dude, like, these are the videos I watch.
Yeah,
yeah, these are the
That
videos
and
I
Snake, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, these ones are like they're pretty easy. To be honest, like what music videos did I masturbate to when I was 10? Those are the best ones.
Now I'm starting to get horny, so I'm thinking about what I want to see.
I honestly don't even know other ones.
Like, okay, so the way I thought of it, like I don't think I finished my sentence. Like, are we doing the best ones, the biggest ones? To me, this is just like when I think of music videos, the ones that are memorable and stick out, like Mo Money, Mo Problems. Like,
Yeah, okay, that was a good
you know,
one.
there was like something like about that when if somebody tries to make a parody of like late '90s, 2000 rap, they make that. You're in like the big flashy suits and like all that kind of shit.
Dude, I haven't been able to get a yawn.
And the
today.
Tiger Woods thing. You can't get your yawns
I
out?
can't get a yawn because I have like a sore throat and I can't get my full yawn, so I just get stuck with yawns. It's a very pain in my ass.
This is terrible.
What is the? Okay, so now I feel like I'm getting horny shamed, so I'm gonna get away from the horny stuff.
No.
Um,
Don't get away from it.
No,
Get
no.
horny.
Because
Trying to get horny.
I do have two other ones that are non-horny, but it is Tom Petty Don't Come Around Here No More, and that was kind of because it was just freaky too.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
I remember watching it at my grandfather's
okay.
house.
You know what? I'm gonna hit you with the one that matches up well because this does stick in my brain. Tom Petty, Last Dance with Mary Jane, used to scare the fucking shit out of me because he's dancing with a goddamn dead body. Yours is very Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I remember watching it. I was just like alone at my grandfather's house watching it. I was like, this is fucking
Creepy.
trippy.
I think
weird.
that's what it is, right? It's supposed to be like a trip.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome song, and he kind of had like a run of '90s videos that were very like, oh
Dude,
yeah.
my dad
this
was
is-
a big TP and the HBs guy, so we had a
Yeah.
lot of Tom Petty in the
That's
house.
awesome.
Well, so back to me already.
Well, no, that's. I'll just throw that out there as another weird fucking Tom Petty. I will go with one of the weirdest ones. Busta Rhymes, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. You ever seen that music video?
No. Well, I'm sure I have.
He's in like the green, like black light with his eyes all fucking and
Yeah.
does the fish lens thing.
Dude, it's actually funny you said Busta because I was gonna say a Busta song.
What are you gonna do?
I was gonna do Victory.
With
Puff,
Diddy
it
and
was like
Puff,
from
you know,
the whole Bad Boy, like
yeah.
it was a whole thing.
What
right?
a song.
Dude, that's like they're on the rooftops in New York, right?
That is such a badass fucking song
Yeah.
too. But even like look at this, like how much went into this? Where they're in some weird like, you know, looks like a palace, and they're like, all right, we need the gongs and the fucking mallets and get the torches rolling and get bust. You know, and it's just like it was such an era of like big budget movies. You know,
Yeah.
like Hype Williams had like a run of like little mini movies that were just like, holy shit, what are we watching here? So wait, what did you just went right? You said
I did Victory.
Victory. I will do Big Pimpin'. Just give me a classic fucking throw champagne on chicks' tits on a fucking yacht. That's rap right there.
All right, my last one, and this is one where I always ask, when people are like, well, which one do you want to do? Like, it's an ATI question. Would you rather live in a country music video or a rap music video?
Yep.
I'm always like, what video did you picture? I pictured Cruise for country,
Mm-hmm.
and because music videos weren't that big, or country music wasn't big when music videos were big. So I have not seen a lot of country music videos.
Yeah. I
They're,
mean, I
they're
wouldn't know
very
any
few
of
and far
those.
between what I've
Yeah.
seen. But then the rap video I always picture is Jagged Edge with a party at.
That's a good one. That's a good one. People wearing stupid hats like this, and they have the Cristal flowing and shit. That was another one that kind of like defined an era.
Yeah. I also would have had Lil Kim, How Many Licks on here.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
that was one we used to also masturbate too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the ones.
You know
that-
what's crazy is that like when they're filming this, they gotta know that. She's gotta know.
Like young men are gonna masturbate to this.
Just kids are gonna jerk off to me.
I used to fucking jerk off
How
to the
nuts
lyrics.
is that?
Bro,
To
I
be
used
an
to-
adult woman,
I
like
had-
kids are gonna fucking pound their dicks to this.
I had this single of Ladies Night. It was the Not Tonight remix. And I opened up the CD and had the lyrics in, and I used to masturbate to the written word. To the written word of her fucking verse on there. Just unbelievable.
It is. I mean, this song is disgusting.
Yeah, filthy.
It is.
And now you see where she ended up today, and it's just like, God, don't do surgery. Don't
Yeah.
fucking do it, man.
This song is disgusting.
Yeah, no, it's
She
porn.
I remember like it was like was it like she had a big ass dick and a hurricane tongue. Like it was. This whole song is
I don't know.
about-
I don't think it's on this. I think it's on Mr. Cheeks' song, Stop Camera, Lights, Camera, Action. Or something. When she said I make a Sprite can disappear in my mouth. A Sprite can? You know how fucking thick that is?
She had
Been a
this
lot of
one-
places, seen a lot of faces. Oh, hell, you fuck with different races. I love it.
white dude. His name was John. He had a Queen Bee Rules tattoo on his arm. He asked if I'd be his date to his prom. He'd buy me a horse, a Porsche, and a farm. Dan, my... What if I just said it? Dan, my N-word.
He used to
from
like to
down-
spank me and cum in his mouth. Like for the 90s, 2000s, this is a lot. Tony was an Italian. He didn't give a fuck. That's what I liked about him. He ate my pussy from dark till the morning. Called his girl up and told her we were boning. Puerto Rican Poppy.
Used to be a
Deacon.
But now he be sucking me off on the weekend.
And then I love, how about this? I don't even know if I can say this one. And this black dude I call King Kong. I think he can say that. I don't know if she can say that. I don't know if I can.
I remembered that lyric before I got to he had a big ass dick and a hurricane tongue, and I skipped it.
How about this though? Look at that second verse. Not thinking about the children jerking off, but the fellas in the jail. Shout out to the guys jerking off to me in double XL. That's unbelievable. It's crazy that she didn't just like do fucking like if there was an OnlyFans back then. Watch out, buddy. You know.
I mean, it is. This song is gross.
Do you think though?
If I was a parent in the era, I would have written a letter to my senator.
You know what I think? I think, by the way, for my last pick, I think I have one more. Missy Elliott, The Rain. But aside, like, do you think, like, Missy Elliott was, like, fucking dudes when she was at her peak?
Yeah.
Now, I love Missy, but, you know, she was not, like, she was known for her rap. She was not a, you know, sex icon.
Did not matter.
Like-
First of all, I think Missy Elliott was a sex icon.
I mean, in her day, dude, like, come on. I mean, come on. Just be real.
I know what
You
you're
know what I
saying,
mean?
but
Like-
also, I always like
Because of that. Yeah. It's like Lizzo. I would love to fuck Lizzo. Lizzo would put a hurting on me. Lizzo would eat me for lunch, bro. Literally and figuratively. You see Chris Evans? She hit him up and was like, "You want to be on my song?" And he just kind of went like, "Ha ha."
What do you
Do
mean?
that. She said something like, I think he posted a video. I think they have a back and forth where I think
Yeah,
Lizzo was
yeah.
like, "I want to fuck Chris Evans," and I think he posted a video of him like playing piano or something, and she DM'd him like, "You should play piano on my new song," and he just wrote like, "Ha ha." And so her quote was like, "So yeah, that didn't happen, I guess." Like, he just said, "Ha ha," but like, gotta do that, and then fuck her, or she fucks you. That's the, you know, Lizzo like eats you for lunch and then like kicks you out of her house like naked, and you have to just find your way home. It's like, get out of my life.
Deal.
She would how hard, scale of 1 to 1,000 million trillion, how hard would Lizzo laugh at our dicks? Like imagine she's like, yeah, all right. She would probably Lizzo would fuck both of us, right? At the same time, and she would make fun of us equally and be like, these two dicks, put them together and they're still not getting even inside me. I feel like the guys that she fucks are they would put us to shame.
Oh, she fucks men?
Yeah. Brick.
No.
Oh, Brick City.
Fuck me.
Getting worse. I'm gonna go over the defender too. I gotta get over the ring light. Oh, you son of a bitch. Ah! Okay, voicemail time brought to you by absolutely nobody. Your advertisement here. I could be wearing your clothes. I could be drinking your drink. I could be talking about your website. I could be giving you a code for a discount. All of these things that are hundreds of thousands of listeners could be hearing right now. Check it out. It's a cool idea. Advertising on a podcast. Wow, never heard of it. Voicemails. Let's go.
KFC Feits. Jackie, Pavs, Nick, Zach, anybody else back there. Last night was at the Philly Live show. Amazing. So cool. Thank you guys for coming to Philly. Appreciate the shit out of it. I had so much fun. After the show, went to the Barstool bar. I somehow ended up in the VIP area. Don't know how. Just was back there. They gave me a wristband. Appreciate it. And I just acted like I belonged. At least I think I did. And didn't get kicked out of there all night. So, question is, what is the coolest thing that you guys have just by chance accidentally ended up doing, and then you acted like you belonged so you didn't get kicked out doing it? Like,
Hey, you know what this means? This guy, like, one of the
like,
coolest things he's ever done. Sneak into our VIP section.
Like,
You know?
that was so cool.
That's move your fat melon out of the way. Nick can't even fix the TV. Yeah, he. I mean, that guy went home and was like, "Yo, I was in the KC Radio VIP section. Holy shit!" Meanwhile, as we learned, like afterwards, all you had to do was be like, walk in.
You said, had to grab one of us and say, "Can we come in?" I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, here you go, dude. Actually, that's not true. That's what you guys did. I awkwardly lied to everybody who asked me to do that. I said, I don't know, we have to talk to the manager. And they were like, it's your like VIP section. I was like, well, I can't hear you. I don't know what you mean.
I was just like, yeah, sure.
Come on in.
Out of the room. I don't know. This is
Have
tough.
you ever like snuck into something big? Have you ever
snuck in? No. I've like.
Have you ever just kind of like went with the crowd and like got into anything? Like, have you any of that kind of shit?
No, the coolest I've ever felt, and we've talked about this before, is it's just weird 'cause it's such a non-moment, but it felt very cool in the moment when we were at Sirius, and Sway definitely just thought I was someone else.
Very cool. What's up, man?
He's like,
How
he
you
came
been,
across
dog?
the hall.
How's the fam?
Like, he's like, yo! He came over, like,
Who do
me.
we think you thought you were?
I don't know. I remember the outfit I was wearing, so I was like, yeah, I can see how you like. I was in like those ridiculous.
You
like,
dressed the part.
I was in wool pants that were like,
Yep.
and it was like before. It was probably like 5 years ago, so it was a little before everyone was wearing like kind of
Dumb
goofy
shit,
pants.
yeah.
And then I had on like a big cardigan. And
I'd love to get Sway in here because either A, we can find out one of two things. Three things maybe. A, he knows who you are. Two, he like who he thinks you were, because if he sees you again, he'd be like, you look exactly like that guy from that band or whatever.
Right.
Or D, if he was just like, this is what I do, like I make it look like I know everybody because like I saw that you looked like somebody that like looked cool or important or whatever, and I'm just gonna like act like I know you to like keep my clout.
But like
up,
he
you know
like
what I mean?
came across the hall. Remember that? Like we were
Yeah,
in the
to
lobby.
like seek you out.
And he's like, yo,
you, what's up, dog?
Like, what's up?
And I remember
man?
standing right there, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? How did that happen, man? How did I not get a hello?
That obviously wasn't in like a VIP section or anything like that, but that was
Even more
like,
so
played it
though,
cool
like,
enough to be
because in
like,
the
yeah.
VIP it would be like he's somebody,
Right,
you know.
right.
So I'm gonna, like I said, like I'm Sway, I know everybody. I'm just gonna act like it or make it look like I do, so I don't look like a dick. But in the lobby, you could be a fucking driver for all he knows, or somebody's
I could be a
publicist or whatever.
fuking. I could be just
a podcast. Just be who you are.
Yeah. I could be a guy who kind of snuck in to interview Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
Yeah, that would probably be our big thing is sneaking into Sirius to interview people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Danny DeVito interview would never have happened. We just kind of like, like bogarted our way into that thing.
I mean, this career.
Yeah,
Is that
it's a much more of a
answer?
macro answer. Like some of the pussy I've burrowed my way into. How'd you get into this VIP pussy, man? I don't know. I just tricked her with some jokes.
Yeah. No. I think that's my answer is my life.
This job.
What I do for a living. I have just acted the part, and no one's kicked me out just yet. Give it some time, but advertisements are down pretty bad, so we'll see.
Dude, I had a very funny moment this weekend. This girl says to me, clearly kind of like looking at me, like squinting their eyes, like I know who that is, and finally goes, she was like, wait, this is weird, but where did you used to work? And I was like, Deloitte? Like, where did I used to work prior to this? And so I couldn't tell if she meant like, I know you from Barstool, or I thought you worked at bar, or whatever. But she knew something, and here I am doing the usual kind of like, it's Barstool. You're gonna figure it out in a second. And she goes, "Did you ever work for ZocDoc?" And I was like, chop down at the knees. I was like, no, I fucking didn't.
What is
She
she
eventually put it together and was like, "Oh, that's where I know you from. But you do look like this guy I know who used to work for ZocDoc." I think she worked in like the pharmaceutical field too. So, but I mean, one of the when you get recognized, it's one of these awkward things where it's like, you are recognizing me from something. So there is this level of like recognition, notoriety, fame, whatever you want to call it. So there is a little bit of like a.
I'm gonna play it cool.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, you think you know me. You might know me. ZocDoc? No. Sorry. No, not at all. Not ZocDoc.
Dude, I had that with a not that, the exact opposite. But when I went to the Barstool vs. America happy hour in Boston, and I was getting a drink at the bar, and I could feel this girl. I mean, like, she was literally the girl right next to me. And I was standing I knew right to my left, or maybe like a few people down, but to my left, there was a TV with, I forget what game was on, Rangers, whoever the Rangers played in the first round, right? And I could feel her like getting closer, like kind of like doing angles and stuff like that. And I was like, God, my fat head must really be blocking this TV. Like, she can't see anything. And then I was like, she's like working, and she's trying. And it was the least subtle thing ever. And it was right at the start of the happy hour. And I finally turned and looked at her. She's like, "It is you, Heidelberg?" And I was like, "You're at a Barstool happy hour?"
Yeah, like what are you so surprised? Like all of us are from Barstool.
We're in Boston at a Barstool Sports happy hour. What?
Yeah.
How is it so shocking that I'm here?
At the same place I was at that night, I actually met a new fan. And he said to me, he like, just want to interrupt real quick. He said, "I'm a new listener of just 2.5 months." And I said, "Oh, like that's interesting. Where'd you find us from?" And he just said, "YouTube." I was like, "It's fucking working." He was like, "Yeah, man. One of the first episodes I listened to was like you and your producers like yelling about how we got to be on YouTube and you got to grow the subscribers." And he then said, what did he say? It was one of those backhanded things.
It's such a pain in the ass to hear that we have new listeners.
I know. It's like, fuck, we got to like perform for them. And
like,
they don't know all the references.
You just like all the old stuff we got to talk about?
I know. It's like, how do you use the toilet paper? Do you ball it up? Or do you, is this a hot dog or a sandwich? Is it
what the fuck are you doing getting new listeners on this stupid show? We don't even have ads!
He said
roughly we had about 1.6 million new listeners last month.
Last month?
Last month.
Holy fuck. This show sucks. He said, he goes like, "I just like you and Feidelberg because you guys are the like the, what do you say? He goes, you guys are like the odd couple, the odd ones of Barstool." I was like, he just eventually was basically being like, "You're not the rich ones." He was like, "You guys are just like the regular ones who laugh about dicks and farts, and like you're not on like the high level." I was like, "Thanks, bro." Thanks. Yeah, that's us. All right, next question.
What's up, guys? First off, Nashville show, awesome. Great night. One of the most fun nights we've had in a while.
Hell yeah, we got the Philly
Are you
guys.
selectively picking these?
I've been thinking
Yeah, you are. Okay.
about a conversation my buddy and I
delete
used to have in college, and we'd go back and forth on this for hours and hours on end. The question is, if all animals and insects and basically all living things decided to turn on the human race at the same time, how long until every single one of us are dead? So we're talking birds dive bombing from the sky, taking out airplanes. Obviously, anybody in the ocean, you're done right away. Basically, anybody in Africa is done right away. All animals, insects, spiders climbing out of everywhere, just all decide to take down humans at the same time. How long until all humans are dead?
The problem
Appreciate it.
is the bugs.
By week's end.
The bugs
By
and the
less-
ants
less
and
than
stuff.
weeks.
I was gonna say hour 45.
Okay,
Because I think we
yeah.
just get like the amount of just like sheer, like we'd be swarmed and swallowed by bugs, let alone, and then like, okay, yeah, like the fucking lions come like barreling down into the city, just pawing people up and shit. But I think like the rats and the bugs and the vermin and the disease
I agree, it's
and
the
all
smaller
that.
ones.
Yeah, and like we would probably, like it would take a minute to be like, Have you heard reports that like the rats are turning on people in New York, and then they're like, wait, it's happening in DC too, and then it's like, how do you mobilize our army against like
shoot rats?
Yeah, and you're trying to kill the animals, you're gonna kill like the humans. Like, you have to blow up the zoos really quick.
Yeah,
really quick.
that's
Once
true.
you realize what's going on, nuke the zoos and deal with like the parameter, like the collateral.
But
damage.
I think that would be pretty easy because there's not many of them. Like there's someone with a fucking AR-15 who's like, they'll take them out. It's the fucking like because you can't hide.
Right.
Like we can't
They're
barricade
just-
ourselves in this room from the rats and the mice and the
Yeah,
bugs.
there's no.
Jackie is horrified right
yeah.
now.
You don't have like a front to like defend. There's
Yeah.
no like this is our side, this is your side. They're just
They're coming
already
from
everywhere. It's
You
honestly.
can't take a shit. They're fucking coming up the toilet. Dude.
Oh, the snake's coming out in Florida.
You can't.
Did you guys see the fucking bats flying into the house?
No, but
There's a
see, that's the
swarm
problem,
of
too.
like
It gets
1,000 bats flew down a single house's chimney.
What? Into the house?
Yeah, it's fucking.
And just like came out.
They're swarming and they're going in.
But then they come out of the house like in your living room.
I never saw. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't want.
There was an article written many moons ago. Like we blogged it, I think, where it was like, if spiders wanted, they could eat us all in a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. If spiders work together, they could eat all humans in a year.
And that's just spiders.
That's just spiders.
And
So-
again, how do you kill them with like?
But also, this is the fucking. This is a threat I issued to the spiders at that time.
Come get some.
Come get some, bro. Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Because they're fucking cowards. It's been 5 years. Haven't made a single move on
Well,
me.
it's been fucking millions of years with spiders.
But
since
it's
that
been,
call
it's been 5 years since that threat was
It's
issued.
like, you guys
And,
know,
like,
bitch. You guys know.
I want to be very clear. I'll look down the barrel of the camera right now. Spiders, come get some.
You catch
If
these
you
fucking hands.
don't have your fucking PR people put out articles like that. Like if spiders wanted, if I wanted, I could go fucking knock out fucking Mike Tyson.
I can say
If
that.
I could say that
say whatever I want.
till I show up on Iron Mike's
Like
doorstep.
Elon
Who gives
Musk,
a
you know?
fuck?
I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Spiders could eat us all in a year. Bitch, come get some.
Yeah, prove it. Okay, how about this? If the animals were to rebel, and you could draft one species to fight on your side against the animals, kind of like the French and Indian War. We're gonna team up with these fucking other guys here to fight this one enemy. Which animals would you want?
Maybe bats. Bats might be there. I don't know what in bats. What are we numbering at on the planet? Because bats, they're good at fucking.
But they're also
eating all the insects and shit.
True, but they're also only nocturnal. You can't fight during the day with them.
A billion.
Billion bats. Okay, I'm gonna take like the fire ants or something, like ants that can fight.
Yeah,
We'll
but
have
that's.
a thing.
I mean,
'Cause
like,
how many ants
but-
are there in the world?
It takes so many ants. 1 quadrillion.
Brother.
But how many
Brother.
fire ants though? Fire ants. I don't even know what 1 quadrillion means.
It's one with 15 zeros after it.
All right, fucking
A billion is 9 zeros.
That was very quick. Yeah. No.
Well, it said it right there. Gotcha. I'd be a fucking loser.
I'm like, what?
Because I think that they would just literally, like, okay, ready? Think about this. Bees might be good. The bees.
Bees.
Wait. Go back. It said 350 stings, I think, to kill a
350
human.
stings to kill you. Yeah.
Okay, so quadrillion of them. 350 could go like this, right up your leg. If they're, you know what I mean? Sting, you're done. Like that. Remember the movie
you're
The
not
Mummy?
fighting
Remember the movie?
humans.
Remember? Okay, how am I gonna stop if there's quadrillions? Like you can kind of hit, but like they're just coming up.
But you're not fighting humans.
Talking about ants.
Yeah. So, but why are you? You're just saying you don't want to fight them, so that's why you're taking them off the list. That's why you're choosing to fight with them.
Yeah, how badass they are. But I'm also thinking like, yeah, I could send them after anything. I think they just like overwhelm things. I think the problem with the ants is they don't have organization. I would be the coach. The logistical.
I think I would argue that ants have more organization than almost any
you're,
other.
You're right.
insect.
So that's also why I want them. They need the motivation. They need to be turned on to fight. They need to go to fight mode. I'm gonna break them down, and build them back up like Jason Bourne. This is gonna be like Treadstone. I'm gonna turn the fire ants into an army of murderers. Birds. I think I would pick.
Birds do some good eating.
Wait. Did I say species? Yeah. So if I get birds, I get all the birds. I think I'm taking birds because
Does
you
the
get
bat count?
hawks and no, I think that's separate.
Okay,
But
then I might be
think-
taking birds too. Then.
Yeah, because birds birds you got 400 billion of these motherfuckers, including like millions of hawks, millions of eagles, millions of whatevers that are just.
I think it's almost
coming
cheating to
down.
be able to take it, but by letter of the law, if you can get them all,
Yeah.
you gotta take birds.
Yeah, we've done that. Wait a minute, we've done this
We've-
before.
We've absolutely done this.
Yeah.
I thought you'd do that.
With
I thought that
the-
was in reference to the fact that we have to do we always have to do old stuff again.
Yeah, because no, but it was like you could pick like 2, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
It,
gave
it was
they
like kind of
gave
the
you like
start.
10.
It was like the start of like choose 2, everyone else is
Yeah.
coming after you kind
Right.
of deal. And people have since done that with movie characters and TV characters and stuff like that. But this was, I think, the first like you pick 2.
You know what we're gonna do for the summer?
One's a hunter with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a guy with a gun versus like all of the birds in the world or whatever. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
But it's like an old musket. Like
Yeah,
it's-
it looks like the
yeah.
guy from Jumanji.
Yeah.
He just has that long ass gun. We should do something. How many viewers do we have? 1.6 million that were new last week?
Yeah.
last month?
Last month there were 3.6 total million.
But new people.
New about 1.6.
Okay.
yeah.
This summer,
Might be
every
1.8.
now and then, maybe every episode, we're going to do a segment for the 1.6. And it'll be an old thing like that people have not yet heard us do. Because those are good material.
Yeah.
And we're like, we've done them before, but there are so many new people who haven't heard us do. Which pill would you take? How about the one that just gives you happiness? All of the other things are to try to get happy.
I think they have that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
But also, like, I'm not taking that one.
See, this is why we got to do it.
Dude, I'm not taking a happy pill.
We'll do the pills next week. One has superpowers, one has you
This
can never
is a
get
good
fat.
idea. Make sure we remember to do
For
that.
the 1.6, we'll do something
Don't
new
let
every
us forget
summer.
This one.
Every week for the summer, every episode we'll do something for you guys. But I think this is a little bit different with this one because it's like all of us. I think getting all of the ants would help. But again, the air, ultimately, not a single ant can kill a bird. I don't care how much they organize. The birds are.
Wait, I think that Pavs, he's looking this up. I think if you go fish, then you stay in the water, bugs can't get to you, and then they all.
So you're like playing defense. Almost.
You're playing defense, you just stay in the water.
I mean, like, how long can I stay in the water for?
Tread. Get a little floaty.
Just
I don't know.
tread, dude.
Just get a floaty.
Forever
No, it's just
until
like
the
water
war
boat.
is over.
Get a boat.
Until the war is over, dude.
Get a boat, you broke
But
bitch.
guess what? When I'm in the water, I'm not. When I'm on a boat, I'm not in the water anymore. So the bugs can get me.
No,
No, but
if
the
you're on a
bugs,
boat in
just
the middle
don't let
of the
any
water,
bugs on
you're
your
fine.
boat.
No, dude, bugs will come in through the fucking. You can't keep bugs out.
Yes, you can. Just
No, you
don't.
can't.
Because our fish, my army of fish are eating the bugs.
Then you have
No,
like five ants on your
my
boat.
army of fish aren't in the boat with me.
They're in the water that the birds, that the bugs
But
have to go
bugs
through.
fly.
You still got stuff in the water that's against you, though. You
Submarine.
aren't whales
Submarine's
and
good.
dolphins?
Did none of you
mammals?
guys think of flying bugs?
Not in like the middle of the ocean, but even
Submarine.
still, okay, fine. I put a fucking net up, dude.
Like they'll.
I'll live on like if I get a yacht, I have to get a yacht. I have to get like a dope boat. Now, what he's saying is more true. Like if you take fish, you don't have sharks, you're dead. I'm assuming I'm now Aquaman.
Yes.
I am now the ruler of the sea. I am Triton, King Triton with his staff, whatever. I have a yacht, and I am on that yacht, and I have like almost like a dome. Doming on my boat, right? It's like the bugs are not getting to me, and I'm just chilling with all my boys under the water, under the sea. Last voicemail brought to you by nobody. It's our number one longest running thing here at Barstool Sports is the Barstool voicemail hotline. Now it's the video voicemail submission. It is probably I would argue the best interactive segment on the internet of the last decade. We have dozens of thousands, tens of thousands of calls that people call up and desperately want to interact with us and be a part of you and your brand. It's brought to you by nobody.
Hey, Kev, Feits, everybody on the back end, love
whoa.
you guys. So I didn't have trouble falling asleep like my whole life, and then I reached like my mid-20s. Now it's fucking hard to sleep.
Yup.
Like take melatonin.
They don't tell you that.
Or whatever. And with that comes really weird dreams that I've been having. Like I had a sex dream about Pete Davidson, and then last night I incidentally had a sex dream about you guys, and I'm like, do I listen to the podcast too much now? But yeah, it was interesting. Y'all were doing stuff to me. Y'all were doing stuff to each other. to dream, I guess. But so my question is, what, if any, what's the weirdest sex dream you've had? Like random people, random situations, and you woke up and you're like, what the fuck was that?
We need more details from her about this. There's like threesome sex.
Why are you being so gay in this chick's dream, dude?
Have you ever had a dream about fucking me?
I had a dream about fucking you?
Yeah.
I unfortunately, I have not.
I bet you I've dreamt about fucking you.
Really?
Bet you. I mean, I don't remember it, but like, there's gotta be, bro. When you dream about fucking like everything.
I don't dream that much. I don't.
But that's what I mean. Like,
I don't have a lot of sex
remember your
dreams.
dreams. I bet
that is the biggest load of horse shit of all time.
It's not.
That means it didn't happen then.
That's not.
It's the only thing.
That's like I got drunk and blacked out.
No.
Whatever happened didn't happen.
No, because that happened in reality.
What's happened in your brain?
No, it didn't. If I don't remember it, then it didn't happen. It's literally the only place it could have happened. And if that place doesn't remember it, then it didn't happen. That's such
That's
a
not true.
people always say that, like, oh, if you have dreams, you just remember them. Well, then I'm the only person who can talk about them. So if I didn't have them, then they're not real.
If I like strapped you into a test and like we saw that there was brain activity and you woke up and couldn't remember it, you would just be like nothing happened.
That's fine. It's brain activity. There's heart activity too. It's just not producing things that I remember.
But if they told you like this is the part of the brain that's active when you're dreaming, you just didn't remember it, you would just say no.
I mean, I'd be like, that's not a dream then. My brain is working. I don't doubt that my brain is active while I'm asleep. But like a dream is a fucking something.
But what if there's like
a dream is a story told by your brain that you remember.
Is a dream is a wish that your heart makes when you're fast asleep. Shout out Cinderella. But what if I told you that there was like a part of the brain that is only active when you're dreaming?
I'd be like, that's not. Then it didn't.
Then
work.
that's not true.
It didn't work. Like whatever. Yeah. This must be the part of the brain that no one knows anything about because you're all fucking idiots.
It's an interesting philosophical question. It's like if a tree falls in the woods,
right?
Which I don't get that one. It's like, why do I need to hear a tree falling for it to have fallen?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it doesn't mean that doesn't. It's if a tree falls in the woods without anyone to make a sound.
Doesn't make a sound,
Yeah,
right? Now
yeah,
that it
yeah,
happened.
right.
Right. Yeah. So that is the exact version of it.
Right.
It's like if a dream happened but nobody even remembers it, did it happen?
I know. I would. I guess it did not happen. There's no the blackout thing because like other people would be like no we saw you, it happened, we were there, but like I'm the only person who can report on this story.
So something needs a witness to have happened,
or at least a memory. Even if the witness is the only person who was there.
But no, because something can happen in the middle of the woods. If nobody's there, it still happened.
I guess. Yeah.
You know, it's like nobody saw this like. Let's say tree fall again.
But there's at
Well,
least
we can
evidence.
see
There's
that
evidence.
Yeah, there's evidence. Yeah.
There's nothing. There's no evidence that I had a dream last night.
But if it was brain activity of some sort, you wouldn't. That's not enough evidence for you.
No, because I'd be like, yeah. Like I'm not saying my brain died last night. My brain, I'm sure, was doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, but I bet your brain is like totally dormant and then like firing, and it's like that means there's some sort of, you know, you are dreaming in some way. I've been having nightmares like a motherfucker, like nightmares I've never had before, where I am trying desperately to wake up to the point that I'm like half asleep, half not, and I'm like scream, like start making noise, like someone will wake you up, like my kids will hear. I was sleeping at my mom's house over the weekend. I'm like somebody will like wake you up and get you out of this, and so I'm probably in my sleep going like because I'm not like cohesive enough to be coherent enough to be like help. So I'm probably just like just like squawking. But man, I wake up and I'm like tired, like my muscles are tired because I think I'm like tense for hours. That sounds healthy. They don't tell you. That's one thing. That's one of those things. We should make a list, write a book. Like that, like when you get older, jobs are gonna suck, but they don't really tell you that you could be a normal ass person, and you're gonna have trouble sleeping. Like that sucks. You're gonna be a normal ass person. You're gonna have like anxiety. You don't have to be like clinically depressed to have like big time anxiety when you're an adult. Things like that. And I was like, I'll be fine. This is fine. Like, no, you won't. No, you won't.
It's gonna suck.
And you're gonna fucking, you're gonna need melatonin or fucking whatever, all that shit. Those melly dreams can get wild. Anyway, I totally fucked you in that dream, bro.
I had a dream once. I think she said weirdest sex dream, whatever. Mm-hmm. I had a dream once when I was in like elementary school with my elementary school girlfriend that we were having sex. And she was an alien, and a tentacle kind of came out of her ass. I think it was.
Let's go.
And
what a fucking disgusting creepy is.
And then it opened like almost like Demogorgon style.
Yeah.
And then it grabbed my dick and that pulled me in.
Into her ass?
Yeah. Not just my dick, not my whole body.
That's cool.
Dude, it was like it still haunts me to this.
That's
day.
almost like, have you ever?
I think the only reason that the tentacle came out of her ass is that I just don't understand. I didn't understand sex. I don't think I knew what hole
like
it
the whole,
was.
like the body was like, let me grab it and put it in for you.
It was, bro, like 5th grade.
It reminds me of like when planes
Maybe even
refuel
younger.
while they're still in the air. They have that.
Yeah,
thing that comes out and
exactly,
guides it into
exactly,
the
dude.
hole. Or like a lot of spacecrafts do that too. Yeah, that's weird for 5th grade, bro.
Dude, like she like turned on like that, like, oops. Sorry, my fucking alien tentacle just sucked your dick into my ass.
Suck your dick into my ass is a hotline. I want to suck your dick into my ass. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I want to blow you with my ass. I mean, I've probably dreamt about like fucking everything and everybody, you know?
I don't think I have, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I bet I have. I bet just like at any moment, I've probably fucked Babs. I fucked all you guys that are in my dreams, whatever. Anybody who can't admit that they're gay in their dreams is fucking gay. If you can't admit that you're gay in your dreams, you are a poof. All right, interview time. This double interview, Jeremiah Watkins, and then after that it's Jeremiah plus Ari, where we have the interview with Jeremiah is great. But when we get Ari together with him, it's like Captain Planet, all of our powers combined, and we have a lot of funny shit, and it builds perfectly with last week's appearance from Mike Cannon talking about Kip Rusty Walker,
Yes.
who had the greatest finale of all time. If you haven't listened to that yet, stop this, go listen to Mike Cannon on KFC Radio. Also watch his special. Then you'll learn about the legend of Kip Rusty Walker. Come back and watch this one. It all comes
We
together.
also have a big Tina connection too.
Oh yeah, there's a misconnection. There's a bit mislove connection that we're gonna try to. Ari was hot about that one.
Yeah,
He was
he was.
mad about that misconnection, and just some good like philosophical talks and memory. John Pukes, one of the most disgusting not pranks, but bets. One of the most disgusting bets I've ever heard someone lose and go through. Just a good old-fashioned Ari Shaffir, like, holy shit fest. So, it's Ari and Jeremiah on KFC Radio. Brought to you by, say it with me, guys, nobody! So, go get your tickets to Chicago. I think there's like 50 left. We're basically sold out from our show in Chicago. We haven't even really plugged it yet. So, shout out to you guys. You fucking repped like Philly should have. Sold that shit out real fast. I'm already in contact. I spoke to our agent. I'm going to try to get a spot down in Ocean City area in Maryland for the weekend of the Pop Punk Music Festival.
Yeah.
That festival is banging, dude. It's got
gonna be
Dave
so
Matthews and OAR
Dave Matthews,
and
Lumineers,
fucking and
not Questlove.
Alanis
Group
Morissette,
Love,
and then Pop Punk.
Cage the Elephant.
Like major names in Ocean City, Maryland, the weekend of October 1st and 2nd. So we're going to try to do a show that Thursday night. I think September 29th. So if you're in the DMV area, Ocean City, Maryland, wherever that exactly is, I don't know the area too well, get at us. What venue do you want us to go to? Make sure it's big enough, and we will come through and do a show to kick off that weekend, which would be awesome. Let's get to our interview.
Seriously.
I had a buddy in high school. He's like, "You want to see the IMAX?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He would lay down and he'd go. He had the stretchiest sack ever. 2 hands where he'd legit go like this, and you're like, "What is happening right now?" You
IMAX.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like ball sack is one of those things from like a Billy Mays commercial. Like you can stretch it.
Oh, yeah.
You can mold it. You can like
Wow, look at the resistance on it. Oh, God.
You got a leaky toilet? You can plug it up with a ball sack on it. It's probably.
No,
You know?
no, I think
No, come on. Let's rank these fluids, guys. What are we doing? Come on.
I don't know why.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Hey, Tina, if you're out there, it's a quality guy we got over here.
She talked to
You're gonna
you.
want more of this.
You know how hard it is to actually break the ice and talk to somebody because that moment of like, if you're like, "Hi, how you doing?" They're like, "Get away from it."
Yeah.
It's so much risk.
Yep.
Especially in the cell phone era.
I used to argue with girls all the time. Is like, yeah, girls can go up to guys, but like 999% of the time, it's us going up to you, and the majority of that time is you guys being like, "Get the fuck away
Exactly.
from me," and that hurts. That's
Yeah.
like not only were they not interested, they were like actively like
get away from
Nikki
me.
said to me once when I moved here, it was like, just if you see a girl on the subway, you think she's cute, just say nice shoes or something. And I was like, you're out of your mind,
Yeah.
Nikki. If anyone said that to you, you'd be like, get the fuck away. You're imagining
100%.
a fucking hot guy that you're interested in saying it
Right.
to you.
A normal dude,
Not
they'd
just
be
some
like,
guy you didn't notice.
Spit on
Yeah.
you, slap you in the face.
I like your shoes. I like those are nice shoes.
Excuse me, sir. I don't have any money right now.
The nail polish color that you picked is real attractive.
He's jerking off.
It's so true, man. They do not understand that at all. Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be fast, so that's it.